Hello everyone, welcome to Marlin Chat Kids. Today I show the gameplay by Dusan and Daniel, and this beautiful game complete in just 24 moves. And let's see how the game play. The game starts with the pawn to d4, d5, knight f3, knight f6, c4, and after this move, the white have a very strong pawn move to attack the center of the board. And after this, the black just move c6 to protect the d5 pawn. And after this, the knight continue to c3 to keep attack the pawn at d5. And with this move, the black just capture the pawn. After capture the pawn, the white play a4, and this also to prevent the pawn to play b5 to protect the c4 pawn. After this, bishop f5 was split, and here this is the first 5 move and the position is equal. Then the game continue with the knight to h4 trying to attack the bishop at f5, and here the bishop continue to play bishop g4. Then the white continue to play h3, continue to attack the pawn at g4, and the bishop goes back to bishop h5. Another suggestion that the black can play is to play a bishop to e6, and with a more complication, such as this bishop is to protect the pawn, and the game will continue such as knight to f3, then e3 can bishop to d5 can be played. After this, e3, then the pawn to e6, then after this the knight can go to e5, and here you have the knight attack the pawn and bishop attack the pawn, and it will be winning back the pawn for the white. So after this move, the bishop can just go to b4 to pin the knight, and after this move, the knight can just capture the pawn at c4. After capture, then if you use the bishop to capture, then the bishop will just capture it back. So back to the actual game. After bishop h5 was played, the white play a g4, and this pawn is attacked the bishop, and after this bishop move back to g6, and here the knight just capture the bishop, and with this capture the pawn h capture back again, and now the white just play e4, and after this move you can see that the white again have a very strong pawn control in the board, and e6 was played. After this, the black plan to develop the bishop, and now this is the first 10 move. The position still equal, because after the next move, the white can capture the pawn at c4. Instead of moving this first, the white keep on pressure by playing a g5, and with this move, this pawn is attacking the knight, and also the pawn is protected by the bishop. So the white trying to gain most of the space on the board and keep on attack the black. After this move, the knight move to h5, and after this, the bishop just capture the pawn at c4. Then bishop d6 was played, keep on develop and prepare to go for a short castling. And after this move, bishop e3 was played, keep on develop, and now the queen to e7. Then after this move, the white play queen to g4, and with this move the idea is to push the pawn f4 onwards, so it will be protected by the bishop and queen. And after that, you can have the idea to push further, to push the pawn to f5 to keep on the attack. And after this move, knight d7 was played, and with this move, the black have the option to castle king side or also castle the queen side. And without much wasting of time, the white keep on playing f4, and this is a very strong move and attack from the white. And you can see at this pawn structure, you have a very nice pawn controlling the game and most of the space. And after this move, e5 was played, trying to break free of the pawn. And here the pawn just capture the pawn. F takes e5. After this, here comes a very nice idea from the black by playing a bishop sacrifice. And after this sacrifice, if you capture with the pawn, and this will be a blunder. If you capture this, then the black can just play knight take the pawn and attack the bishop and also attack the queen. And here you have the double attack, and it's also called as a fork. So after the knight capture, this bishop is hardly to protect. And if you try to protect it, such as playing queen to e2, so that you can protect the bishop, then the knight can continue attack by playing knight g3, and this knight is attacking the rook, at the same time is attacking the queen. And here you have the fork again, and again the queen need to move away. As you can see, there's nothing good way to move the queen, and if you move away the queen from protecting the bishop, then the knight can just capture the bishop. And if you try to guard the rook, then for example queen to g2 to guard the rook, then after this move the knight will just capture the rook. And after capture the rook, and here you have the option such as you can move away the bishop first, then only you capture the knight. So for example, if you move the bishop away to bishop f1, then later you use the queen to capture the knight, and this will just give black the slightly better. So back to this sacrifice position, and the best way to play in this game would be playing a king side castling. So after king side castling, the black also can go for king side castling, and again the bishop cannot be taken because it's a poison. So if let's say if you want to capture back the bishop, such as a pawn, such as a pawn capture, such as you go for a castling, then if you capture the bishop, now the knight will just capture again, and the same thing will happen to attack both the bishop and the queen. And if the queen move back to e2, then knight to g3 continue to attack and win the queen and also the rook. So in the actual game, the white choose to play a long castling, and after this move, the black play a short castling. Now the rook then play rook h to f1, keep on pressure the pawn at f7. And after this, a6 was played, and then bishop to b3, because this is to prevent the fork from the knight. And after this move, the bishop d6 was played, and now the rook to f3 to keep on double up the rook and also attack the pawn at f7. Then bishop b4 was played, and after this move the rook b to f1. Then at this moment the white is completely winning the game, and here if you in the actual game the knight just play knight h to f6, thinking that this will prevent the attack, but however the pawn will just capture the free knight, and now the knight capture again. Then here come a very nice sacrifice with the rook takes the knight f6, and after the pawn capture, and the white is winning and mate in 3. I'll give a couple of seconds to figure out how the white play and checkmate in 3. Well, congratulations for those who found the answer, and for those who like to enjoy the show, here are the brilliant moves that the white play in the actual game. Queen capture the pawn, and this is a nice check from the queen, as the pawn cannot capture the queen because it is being pinned by the bishop. And with this move at 24, the black resign the game, and if you continue the game, the king will only able to move to king h8. Then the queen will just continue to check, such as you can just move the queen to h6 or queen to h6. Then the king only have one place to move, that is king to g8, and after this you have the rook to g1, and this is a very nice checkmate. And with this, thank you.